Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Yet again, okay, you all need to get in on this show since word on the roads is that Remy and Papoose are on the outs on the grounds that new proof recommend that Papoose likewise ventured out on her despite the fact that he acted all unwavering and Remy went crazy on him. It has just been 2 or 3 months since Remy got hauled for going behind Papoose's back with Simple to obstruct Chief, and she is presently incensed that he passed on her to get hauled when he has additionally been there and done. That it seems as though things are really stressed between these two and it's not necessary to focus on to get any better in light of the fact that Remy is extremely hot over this wreck. You all were just 2 or 3 weeks into 2024, and the show has previously been crazy, and that is the means by which you all realize that we will get such a lot of tea this year, and it seems as though Remy, Mama, and Papoose are jumping into the show since, incidentally, Papoose has purportedly been undermining Remy and she is putting him on impact and hauling him for lying and making her look terrible, particularly after she got such a lot of disdain last year, when her undertaking with rapper Simple to hinder Skipper got spilled. Fans were very disturbed last year when bits of gossip about Remy having an unsanctioned romance spilled in light of the fact that Papoose has forever been the ideal spouse. Or so we thought for those who probably won't know. Remy, Mama, and Papoose began going back in 2004, and only 4 years into the relationship, she was condemned to 8 years in the slammer. She wound up serving 6 years in a correctional facility. Keeping in mind that she was in prison, Papoose stood 10 feet behind her and stayed faithful. He even gambled with his opportunity by attempting to sneak her a skeleton key so she could break out of prison, yet he was gotten and was prohibited from seeing her in jail for half a year during her time. In the slammer, Remy was uncertain about Papoose leaving her for one more lady, so they got hitched via telephone so he could demonstrate his unwaveringness and thus have sexual arrangements. Shockingly, during the 6 years that Remy was in the slammer, Papoose had no conning embarrassment or any such thing. She was let out of jail in 2014, and she and Papoose chose to formally get hitched in 2016. Things went pretty cool between the people in love until June last year, when reports began whirling around that Remy Mama had been venturing out on Papoose. However, a ton of fans would have rather not accepted it in light of the fact that Remy and Papoose are one of the greatest instances of dark love in Hollywood. The circumstance got more dubious when Remy didn't wish Peepo a cheerful Dad's Day, which was strange in light of the fact that it was something she had done consistently since out of prison. It got significantly more peculiar when Papoose wished himself a cheerful Dad's Day, and he posted a family photograph without Remy and added the inscription "Family is all that." Things kicked more stunning when tales off to spread that Remy was going behind Papoose's back with an underground fight rapper named Simple the Block Chief, far more detestable. It turned out that Papoose and Simple were companions. The bits of hearsay drifted around for some time, yet things reached a critical stage when it was accounted for that Papoose and Simple got into a battle about Remy, and Papoose took a ass out. As per an insider, it went down during a Chrome 23 fight rap occasion called the Resentment Vehicle. Papoose spotted Remy in Simple getting genuine comfortable. He flown off the handle. Ian tossed hands with EAS, taking him out. In the process, he took to online entertainment to address the bits of gossip about him being taken out, and he said, "You all maintain that something terrible should happen to me, so awful. Obviously, it's the equivalent loathing folks and females. However, you all ought to get the story straight before you all talk." In another tweet, he said, "I'm not frantic regarding bits of gossip. I'm not distraught about bogus stories in light of the fact that being the individual I see, yet when I seen individuals like cheerful, it was plausible something happens to me is unsatisfactory, and presently I give 2 Fs about no one. We are not companions, and I at last get it." He additionally requested that Papoose clear up the talk, saying genuine folks do genuine articles right. Papoose online, you cleared these bits of gossip up before I do. Now Papoose was quiet, which was strange of him since he's typically fast to shield Remy, so it was bizarre that he didn't protect his significant other. Yet, while Papoose picked to avoid the show, Remy moved forward to address what is happening, and tweeted, "I might want to apologize to everybody that was frustrated this evening, since we were unable to get 3 full adjustments from every one of the adversaries I attempted and can. You all kindly stop with the Simple and Pop lies. There's no spotlight. Chrome right back at it. See you all in August." Chrome 23, the circumstances were sufficiently terrible, but they deteriorated during a rap fight between Simple, the Block Skipper, and G. Scotty. And G spilled the truth about her undertaking with EAS and came for her hard. I don't know if you were to help, that could truly destroy your picture. Talking rock and Ming edge, that is us I the post the youngster Simmel for dark love. Yet he didn't stop there, since he put Remy on impact for undermining Papoose, who has been faithful to her for a really long time and held her down for quite a long time in any event when she was in jail each interview. He show his profound respect to tell the world how he think his lady the best held you down in jail for a very long time, and you all realize the fascinating part about this, it's that EA said didn't press Eazy deny the conning charge. As a matter of fact, he even appeared to acknowledge it, since this is what he said after Gottney dropped the stunner: need to realize you need to realize the subtleties, keep this on the D. If you heard that he did something to me over a female and he ain't done it, it's presumably in light of the fact that I actually got the lie. We as a whole sort of anticipated that Remy should emerge and deny the claims, since they made her look terrible, and we as a whole know that she's not the sort to simply allow things to slide like that. Yet she didn't deny them. On second thought, she decided not to remark. Might we at any point even have a discussion about the entire Simple to Papoose now that he didn't talk? The web journals for the past 2 months. The blog, all right? That is what it sounds like. Okay, yet he was. I couldn't say whether you, how agreeable or awkward you were with him, remaining there trying to say all of this can't to you. Listen, is that I'll wrapped the undertaking was somewhat affirmed when Tasha K released an image of Remy and Simple after the issue, and it resembles they weren't in any event, attempting to be smooth or anything, and they were gotten solidly in the activity. Remy was hauled for rot. Tennis and fans disgraced her for undermining a decent man like Papoose, who had shown his steadfastness throughout the long term and had stood 10 toes down with her. She got a ton of disdain for this, and her public rep endured a shot. However, at that point, things went in a new direction at the point when verses to Remy's melody with Mary J. Blige became famous online, and fans saw that Remy was tossing some shade at Papoose in the tune Gone Everlastingly. She said, "When a decent young lady is gone, she is gone perpetually. When a genuine young lady leaves, you're going to wish you never met her. And I'm a genuine young lady. Don't make them like me any longer before I share my bed. I'll rest on the floors. I told let you know I'm a spouse, I can't be your thing." So from this, it sort of appeared as though Remy was insinua that despite the fact that she duped Papoose drove her to cheat, and we began to contemplate whether there was something that we had missed in this show. This talk picked up a great deal of speed, and interestingly, since the duping report started, Papoose ended his quiet and took to Instagram story to put any misinformation to rest. He composed this tune is old. It was delivered in 2022. And you can see I was the designer. When a genuine craftsman does a component, they keep in touch with the idea of the melody. He likewise posted a screen capture of the tune credits to show that he was recorded as one of the musicians, however hold up on the grounds that there may be something else entirely to the dramatization happening than we naturally suspected, in light of the fact that a sound spilled of Papoose discussing the undertaking, and he offered something truly fascinating, very much like, "Okay, you know, similarly as that, like, cuz, it's exactly how could that be going to function? How is everything turning out to function, however, presently, like regardless of whether you return with the ball right, which okay, I'll come out, make sense of all that happened. We was with one another, you was undermining Bo such and such, whatever happens, suppose loving hip bounce, get you all reunite. How does now I get a sack? You realize, I mean, I get a little pack. I get a little bit of a check. You understand what I'm talking about. I'm the kid that such a cheat I'm around now. I'm a little smidgen, so toward the day's end, it sort of fits saying too agreeable. I had to know me. New York being, I have been plotting on me because I would have been doing likewise. This has been City Blood. No nothing, no blood, no scratch, no nothing, and he had 2 clean JW. In that video, we could hear Papoose discussing how they were both playing, which implies that he has likewise been venturing out on Remy. Yet for reasons unknown, he paused for a minute and didn't let out the slightest peep when she was getting hauled for undermining him. In the meantime, he was doing likewise. No doubt insiders are detailing that Remy is angry over this and can hardly imagine. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.